Okay, ready to go. Hello, and welcome to the Millie Life. My name is Danielle. I am the owner of the Millie Life and the Millie Life YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you're new here, I post new motorcycle videos every Thursday and new exercise videos every Friday. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out. All my Millie Life apparel is on sale. Click the link below. Go check it out. Order you some gear. Shout out to Willis in Front Royal. What's up, man? Me and Matt were down there the other night eating dinner. We took the bikes out. Him and his crew were skateboarding in one of the parking lots down there and recognized my bike and my channel. So it was made my night, made Matt's night. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. But yeah, today I'm taking you on a tour. I'm taking you on a tour of PT Cruiser country. Let's go. Have you ever moved to a place, and it could just be like the next town over, a couple towns over, or whatever, and noticed like there is a high prevalence of a certain type of car? I don't know, or maybe you do this with like before I met Matt, I'd never noticed the Mazda CX-5, the Mazda CX-5, and now I see it everywhere. So kind of like that. When we moved out to Warrenton, this is what was going on with me and PT Cruisers. I feel like I was seeing them everywhere. And for those of you who don't know, PT Cruiser came out in late 90s, early 2000s. I'm gonna have to fact check that. But it's an older car. And I would definitely say was more of a fad car. You know, it's not something that is still produced or still made. I'll have to double check that too. But I seriously see them everywhere I go in Warrenton. So I'm going to take you guys through a little tour of downtown Warrenton on the bike, and we're going to count or look for all the PT Cruisers. This is where they are. This is the tour of PT Cruiser country. Watch us go out and see absolutely none. What? Oh, there's one. First one. Red boy. If you guys watch Top Gear with Jeremy Clarkson, highly recommend that show. And then Clarkson's Farm is a spinoff of it. Oh, it's hot at the stoplights. Take that gear off for a second. They actually have an episode where they compete for the worst car ever made. And they take these cars, and the three of them and then two of their people that work for them drive the cars around this muddy hayfield for, I don't know, half a day. It seems like a long time. I'd have to go back and watch the episode. But so they have, I think a Caravan is one of them, a French car, an English car, and then the PT Cruiser is one of them. And that, I think, is the one that Jeremy Clarkson is driving, and he like absolutely detests. If you're familiar with Top Gear, you know he's like a big Range Rover fan. PT Cruiser, not really his cup of tea. They ride around in this circle forever trying to see which of the worst cars is going to last the longest. And the PT Cruiser wins it. So it lasts the longest. It doesn't fall apart. I don't know. Have you guys ever ridden in one? I've never been in one. I've just seen them. PT Bruiser. I know they have a lot of like nicknames and stuff like that too. Oh my gosh. Not another light. I'm going to take you guys through downtown Warrenton, take you around, see how many PT Bruisers we could count out. Well, thank you guys for being patient. I have been off YouTube for the past 2 weeks. We took a trip up to Minnesota and visited, oh my shit. Is my helmet undone? Yep, my helmet's undone. Dang it. And we visited with Matt's family and got some wedding planning stuff done. Oh, there's one. So that makes 2. Shit, my helmet strap is like flapping against my helmet. Ugh. Pull off to the DMV here for a second and put it back on. All right, so we've seen 2 guys. Let's get this helmet strap buckled. I know a lot of you vloggers out there can relate to the unlatched glove, the unbuckled helmet. There's just so many straps and things to do before you head out that you sometimes forget. So I was actually at the oh shit. And speaking about things you forget, putting your bike into neutral before you stop. Oh my God. So as I was saying, I was at the DMV the other week. Get this guy buckled. I actually got pulled over a couple weeks back for not having tags on my car. And here's the crazy thing. Matt had pointed this out to me several times. Matt had told me several times, like, your tags are expired, like you should probably look into that. And I feel like I had looked into it, or told myself I had looked into it, because this is the story I told myself, that I had renewed the registration and somebody had stolen my tags, right? Because in my mind, it was not possible that I would forget to renew my registration on my car. Just didn't seem like something I would do. And I thought at some point that I checked and looked back to make sure that I had done the registration. All right, so this is downtown Warrenton. Oh, the bell is tolling. So Denim and Pearl, that's a really great restaurant, delicious. They've got where we got our wedding rings down here. Lots of great shops. They do a little farmer's market here on the weekends. This and that Amish outlet, I've never checked that out. But they've got a lot of really cool stuff down here, a couple cute coffee shops. And as you can see, a couple motorcycles as we're passing through here. I keep forgetting I'm on the lookout for PT Cruisers, so this will be interesting to see how many I missed going back through the video. I told this lovely story to the cop when he pulled me over, thinking he'd let me off, and he did not. He's like, your registration is so old, I can't even find you, like, in the system. These plates don't exist. It's like, shit. So went to the DMV. Turns out I never renewed my registration. The plates were technically surrendered, and so I had to get all new registration and plates and tags. And then same thing for my motorcycle. That was the weird thing too there. We had ordered, if you guys watch my story of how I got my Fat Bob, you'll know that we ordered or bought my bike from a Harley dealership in Chicago, or Illinois. Actually, it wasn't in Chicago, but in Illinois. And when he sent me the plates, there were no tags for them. So, but it had a registration with it. So I was just, and when I took them in, she was like, yeah, these aren't registered either. So it was just, I don't know what happened, but I am out of DMV jail. Got all my plates on all my vehicles, and we're good to go. Just got to pay that ticket. So I can't believe, I mean, I think my tags were 2018. Oops. So yeah, but we were up in Minnesota. We went and checked out, oops, sorry, sir, the state fair. Spent some time with family. I found my wedding dress. You always don't think you're gonna get what you end up getting. Like, I had a completely different idea in my mind, and I got to try that on, and it just didn't look like what I thought it would when I tried it on. Oh, feels like it's fall already. So, but I did find one that I loved, and it made me cry, and all the good things. We're gonna keep touring around Warrenton here. We also see a lot of these. I don't know if you can see it on the film. The Kia Souls, the little box cars too. I see a lot of those. What about you guys? Where you live, what cars you seem to see a lot of that you don't see in a lot of other places. Volkswagen Bugs, like the originals. A lot of Teslas, although those are way more common. Do you guys remember when Tesla was like first coming out and, you know, it was kind of unique to see one? That's been kind of that way with Rivian. Has anybody seen Rivian's new all-electric truck? We have seen like a handful of them here, and I actually was driving next to one. I think when I was on my motorcycle. I think I may have talked about this in another video, actually. What is going on over here? Horses? Warrenton Horse Show grounds. Oh, cool. Did not know that was there. What do we got going on up here? All electric trucks. Really freaking cool. Almost let the clutch out again while still in gear. What is going on today? Rivian truck pulled up next to me, and he was definitely like playing around with how fast he was going and checking out the speed on that thing, and he seriously whizzed past me. It's cool. Electric noise is a little bit different than gas cars. But yeah, what do you guys see a lot of in your hometown? Chopper. Look at that bike. Sick. Alright, still looking for the bruisers here. This road is a little dicey. Cool bike. Haha. Hopefully you guys can see that. Big fat tire on that thing. Alright, still on the hunt for PT Cruisers. Just had to take a quick pee break. Staying hydrated, you gotta pee all the time. Where you at, PT Bruisers? Where you at? An older car here. Is it the Mustang? Sick car. Oh, there's one now we were just talking about. If you guys see over there, that green truck is the new Rivian all-electric truck. Sick. Lots of cool cars at this intersection. Yep, there it goes. Cool car. There we go. Hey, white punch buggy. We're seeing all sorts of cars, but guys, I don't know what's going on here. PT Cruisers are not out. We've seen two, maybe more, because sometimes when you talk, you get distracted. Normally, there's quite a bit. Ah, there we go. Or is that the number 2? No, that's number 3, right there. Parked in the parking lot. Maybe it's just this road. 4! I think that's 4. There's another one. It's a convertible. Okay, well, at least we saw 4. I thought we'd see like 10, but I mean, Warrenton's a pretty small town. And I wonder how many models. We'll have to look up how many models of the PT Cruiser were made and when it was stopped production, all of that jazz. You think someone's gonna start a YouTube channel of like restoring custom cars that aren't like exotic or fast? Like good old Astro van or Saturn boxcar. I don't even remember what it is, but like cars that are nostalgic of the past but not necessarily were good cars. Makes any sense? I don't know. I think I'd watch it. Maybe I should do it. Get a little bit more riding in. All right, that's gonna wrap up our video for today. So didn't see quite as many as I thought we would, but trust me guys, this is the land of PT Cruisers. I see one every time I'm out. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys frickin' rock. Until next time, I'm Danielle. This is the Millie Life, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.